Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
We've got a
Bob.
three-step approach to treating trigger point pain. That's including fibromyalgia and chronic pain. But
Sure.
if you just get that pain up in your upper traps, this is that pain that almost everybody gets.
Right.
These are good solutions for that too. So
Oftentimes, working at a computer workstation where your head is forward, or driving a vehicle, you can get
if
it.
you're in bad posture, a lot of times it kind of enhances and brings it on sooner. By the way, before we go any further, let's take care of the house cleaning here. If you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go over to the Facebook and like us, because Brad and I, as children, we're not liked, and we're trying to turn things around here now.
Yeah.
Are we doing okay, Brad?
Yeah, we're doing all right,
We're doing
Bob.
okay, Brad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling better now.
All right.
Carry on.
So what are trigger points? Trigger points are kind of hyper-irritable spots in the fascia surrounding muscle. They're really controversial, Brad. They don't know what they're caused by.
Sure.
A lot of people, and most people, or everybody doesn't really know the cause of them. So, but I want you to be careful of, is that the knots could be referred pain. So instead of having the problem right here, you might actually be having trouble with your neck, and it's sending pain down into this area. Now, you might just have a few knots, or in the case of fibromyalgia, you're going to have, out of a possible 18 tender spots, you're going to have 11 of them. So you're going to have, maybe tender spots here, here, here. There's some on the leg. There's some on the arm, I believe. So you're going to have 11 tender spots. So some of these solutions, you may have to move, like if the Thermotex, you have to move
You can
around.
look that up and see where those spots are. We just don't have them memorized.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about, let's say you're just having pain right up in the upper traps, the neck and upper traps. This is my go-to solution for this. In fact, this just happened to me the other day, Brad. I was working at my computer a lot, and I try to work on my posture. I really did. I was trying to do a lot of movement and keep it moving.
Yep.
But once it starts coming on, there's nothing that takes it away.
Okay.
And I actually, I had the Thermotex with me, but I had left the straps somewhere else.
Oh, the shoulder straps?
So I actually took some of the tubing.
Oh, I thought you were going to use duct tape.
No, and I just tied it on, because I was desperate. I mean, it's the only thing that really takes it away once I start having the pain.
Okay, so he's talking about a Thermotex infrared hot pack.
Far infrared heat.
Far infrared.
Yeah.
Far is actually the frequency. It's not far away. So it's the technical name for the infrared.
And this is the platinum model, which is kind of a nice size, because you can use it all over the whole body, depending on how you use the straps and such.
And in this situation, well, turn around again, Bob. Have it back and forth here, but here we've got it from the neck. We've got a band here, and here it's covering, most of the thoracic or the mid back.
Yeah, this is what we had actually talked to the company about, is adding these extra straps. So now, instead of, not only does it hold it in place, it also works on your posture. So when I slide my arms in here, it actually corrects my posture, pulls my shoulders back.
So we got Velcro, or not Velcro, but some elastic straps so you're doing
that Velcro on.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
And we showed it in a video how to go ahead and put those straps on, and it just works great. And what I do is usually, if you're going to walk away from the computer, I just unplug it right here. It's got an 8-foot cord. And then when I come back, I plug it in. The other thing I've been doing lately, Brad, is I just leave it on.
Sure.
And then I take it off, and I walk away, and I come back, and I slide it back on again, because it works out really good. If you're going to get one of these, they are pricey, but we do have, they gave us a code for the people that are watching our video.
A discount code?
A discount code. You could look at the description below. Make sure you use that, because you get free shipping and a discount.
Right.
And it makes it a lot more reasonable. This is something you can use your entire life over different parts of the body, so it works out really good.
They're built well. They're going to last a long time.
We forgot to mention the best benefit of it, Brad, is that it's the deep heat.
Right.
This isn't just normal heat. Is only like a few millimeters. This actually goes 60 millimeters, or
2.36 inches. It's literally 10 times deeper than your typical convection normal hot pack.
the other day we were doing a video on hot packs and such, heating pads. I thought, I got to try this once. Is there really a big difference? There's a difference, Brad.
Yeah.
It just feels different. It doesn't go deep at the surface. So, all right, let's go into the next thing, Brad. You're going to want to make sure that And this is true with fibromyalgia. This is true with just regular old muscle knots. You want to make sure you're doing movement, exercise and movements. And the key to is often finding the right movements to do.
Right.
So we're going to show you some things to try. First off, we're going to help you determine whether or not that pain is coming from your neck or not, and going down and creating those knots. And so all you do, you're going to sit in a chair, you're going to make note of where your pain is at, and then you're going to go ahead and do these movements. You're first going to do flexion and extension, and if that changes changes the pain, it's probably coming from your neck then.
Right.
Then try rotations. Does that change the pain? Maybe none of them have changed the pain so far. Then you're thinking, no, it is coming from the mid-back or in the muscles right there. The last one is side bending. You're going to bend to the side.
So the idea is just by moving the cervical vertebra or the neck alone, if that changes the pain, either location or the intensity, there's a good chance it's a referred pain from your neck.
Yeah, and if it's from your neck, you're going to want to go ahead and work on neck movements that actually relieve it.
Sure.
And generally those tend to be extension.
Right.
And Brad, we often use the towel, don't we? I'm sorry to do this to you.
We've got a towel, Bob.
All right.
Fear not. Fear not.
So I'm going to go ahead and just take a towel like this, and this works out really good. And even though you're getting pain down below, you take the towel, pull down like this, and you're going to work on doing extensions. Now these should be pain-free.
Right.
If they make your pain worse, you don't want to do them.
Right.
If they're
And sometimes I'll have people actually relax into the back of the chair.
Exactly. We want to get into the chair like this, and you can start working way back like this.
Sure.
Really start getting that extension in there. So
again, the pain be your guide. If it gets worse, or if it spreads out or goes down into your shoulder or arm, then stop. It's not ready for it, and you just stop that exercise.
we brought this exercise up a lot, but through repetition, people start to understand why we do things and how we do things. So that's why we keep bringing it up. Another one, Brad, is let's just say it doesn't seem to be coming from your neck. It's you did all those motions and it still just hurts right in here. It didn't change it at all. Maybe try try fatiguing that trapezius muscle.
Right. So there's a theory or concept where if you fatigue a muscle, that it will be relaxed. So we want to work it and then let it relax because it's fatigued.
So this one is a little bit complicated.
This one is
So
complicated.
you're going to have to follow me here. So you're going to elevate your shoulder.
Yeah, I'll do it from a profile, Bob.
Sure. Elevate your shoulder, move the shoulder back, move the neck back, bend toward the shoulder, and then turn away. And then in that position, you really tighten up. So we're going to do it again, Brad. Ready? We're going to move elevate the shoulder, move it back, neck back, side bend, turn away, tighten. It really does that maximally. That's all the motions of the upper
we're
trapezius.
turning away. I'm sorry, I was turning the wrong way.
Yeah, turn
Sorry
it away.
about that, people.
All right, let's do the other side, Brad. Let's see if we can get it right on that one.
All right.
You're going to elevate the shoulder, move it back, neck back, side bend, and turn away.
Oh yeah, I got it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Elevate
a little
the
slow, Bob.
shoulder, move it back.
I got it.
Neck back, ear to the shoulder, turn away. It really maximally fires that muscle and
So if that's going to be effective when they get done, it should feel
more relaxed
right.
and less painfully, hopefully. Next one, since you're in the chair, Brad, you want to do the ball in the chair?
Oh yeah.
This kind of works the mid back too. It's just a great exercise to do. Look at him.
Almost
Isn't he fancy?
got it.
Yep.
All right. So now you're not going to throw it back like that. I was just playing around. But if you have armrests, it's kind of handy. You can use that. And I'm just going to stretch and go arch back over the ball. And the ball should be a soft, squishy ball. If it's a hard ball like a basketball, it's not going to work very well at all. So get a squishy ball, kick ball, take it from your kids or, out in the playground. Give it back to them, though.
That's
After
right.
you get done, go out and give it back to the
Don't
kids.
get a reputation.
Yep, if you're a teacher, you want to be a nice teacher. Hey, go back like that. There we go. For me, it's usually up a little bit higher, right between the shoulder blades. I'm going to stretch it back.
And you can bring your arms up too. You can go like this if you want to. You can stretch it a lot of different ways. Find out what works for you, and then keep repeating those.
And this ball is actually, you can see it's flat, and that works well.
Yeah.
It really does work well to actually squishy flat.
Next one I'm going to show you is, again, there's different names for this, but we call it cat camel. We don't know which one's the cat, which one's the camel, but you're going to go ahead and arch up like this. And a lot of times when you arch up, sometimes it helps to even bring the head down like this.
Right.
And then you come up and you make the hump.
Right there, he's arching.
The hollow, and I'm bringing my head up at the same time. So
I think that's the cat and this is the camel. I don't know, Bob.
I've seen cats when they get scared, they go up
Yeah,
like this.
But what if the camel never has a thing like that? I don't know.
That's true.
Right.
Good point.
I just called the cat camel. Don't worry about it. Just do it right.
It's the cat or the cat. All right, next one, Brad. You want to show the wall angels?
Oh yeah.
So
Okay. If it works better if you have a wall that doesn't have the wall anchors on,
Yeah.
but we can certainly work with it. So I'm going to bring the shoulders, and I'm going to take my butt and put that against the wall, my shoulders, elbows here, and then I'm just going to, I've got tight shoulders, Bob.
Yeah.
I can do this, but it's hard for me to touch everything at the same time. But
so
you
he's
get
really,
the right idea.
He's really tightening up the muscles as he goes back because he has to in order to keep the elbows against the wall.
Right. So you're getting that contract, and then they're going to relax. And that's good for posture as well.
Then if you want to flip around, do the elbows, the elbow stretch here.
So I'm going to grasp behind my neck. I'm not going to pull my head forward. I'm just going to get back here so I get my hands there, elbows against the wall, and then bring my elbows up, and I'm going to look up this direction.
Really stretches that mid-back, really helps,
Yeah,
hopefully give you some relief.
The wall really gives you nice feedback, Bob. Oh, that's good. I feel like I'm an inch taller. Here, let me see. What do you guys think? Anyways, well, we'll forget that.
People always want to know how tall I am. I'm 6'6", by the way. The final suggestion we're going to make.
How tall were you when you were younger?
Like when? What do
You
you mean?
haven't shrunk yet?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Maybe I have. The final thing I was going to recommend, if you actually do have fibromyalgia and been diagnosed with it, I really would recommend this workbook, the Fibromyalgia Workbook. I'll put a link to it below.
Sure.
This is by Dr. PT, PhD, Adrian Lowe.
Adrian?
Adrian Lowe. Yes.
We should get his name proper.
Well, it's got double A's.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sorry
I don't know
about
how you
that.
pronounce that. Anyway, this, I can't begin to do it justice because I just think if you have fibromyalgia, it's going to help you understand it better. And by understanding it better, your pain levels tend to go down.
Right. It's well written. It's not written for the clinician. It's written for a layperson, so you can relate to what he's talking about without having to look up terminology and that kind of thing.
One of my favorite lines from it, Brad, is nothing in your body is really actually injured. It's just your nerves are sensitive and they're reacting. So I just think that's a good line from because people are thinking, I'm hurting so much, something must be injured.
Right.
And in fact, it's just your nerves are hypersensitive.
Right.
So, all right, thanks everybody for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already.